Welcome to Psychopinion. This is our March Madness Directors Edition. We will be having all of the best horror directors facing off against one another until we find out who truly is the best horror director. This is the qualifier round. Keep watching. You don't have to subscribe, but you'd be a lot cooler if you did.
We're going to do our own March Madness, and what we're going to do is use horror directors. I have selected 22 of the top all-time horror directors, and we have put them in a bracket. The brackets were decided by a randomizer, so there is no rhyme or reason to how these guys are put together, but they are put together. We're still going to have a winner at the end of this thing. So the way that this is going to work is that we have directors facing off, and these directors facing off, I will be putting out their 3 top or most popular movies decided by the people based on a ton of research that I did across various websites to find out the popularity of these directors and their movies, and we will go ahead and discuss who we think should win these as we go forward, and then I will announce the winner. This is a really interesting one here, guys. I don't know how you feel about this, but we're going to get to it. This is really interesting. Jordan Peele versus Rob Zombie. Nowhere else in the world but this show will you see Jordan Peele versus Rob Zombie.
That is true.
That's true. It's absolutely true. This is the only place to see it. So right off the bat, we all know, and I've talked about it 100 times, I wanted Jordan Peele to be the next best thing. Unfortunately,
started off strong, and then
Get Out was awesome. I love Get Out. Get Out's amazing. I actually watch that movie fairly often, but the rest of his movies I think are absolute trash.
Yep.
That being said, Rob Zombie, in my opinion, has had his hits and misses. Believe it or not, on this list, his movies are Devil's Rejects, Halloween, and The Lords of Salem. How The Lords of Salem is a popular movie blows my mind. I think that is one of the biggest crap fests I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I can't stand that movie, and I have no idea how it made this list.
So that ranked higher than House of a Thousand Corpses? Is that
It did in popularity. It did in popularity, yes.
Really?
Huh.
Yep. It was the popular choice in all of the, I did a ton of research, and that was the popular choice. I couldn't believe it either. Like I said, these aren't my favorites. This isn't me going through and picking and choosing what I like. This is what I found. And some of this stuff is rather shocking to me, too, I'll let you know. And then, of course, obviously, Jordan Peele's 3 movies are the only 3 movies, which are Get Out, Us, and Nope.
Nope was a mess.
I thought Nope was better than Us. If we're going to be honest, Nope was better than Us. Us was not my cup of tea. I didn't dig that movie at all. Get Out was strong, but obviously, for this one, I'm going to have to go with Zombie and I'm going to tell you why, mainly because House of a Thousand Corpses came out, and the reason I like House of a Thousand Corpses is because I feel like if they told me I could make one horror movie, it'd probably be something like that, because I feel like he took inspiration from a lot of older horror movies that I really like, including Texas Chainsaw. That movie is very reminiscent of Texas Chainsaw, but then he also took the characters from that and then made a whole different kind of horror movie, which that one is on the list, Devil's Rejects, where it's like, it's interesting to me because the man took 3 characters and kind of made different movies with those people that had completely different vibes and like kind of a totally different thing, but it worked. It worked. So then, of course, 3 from Hell was after that, and that even then was still different in my opinion. So I know Liza over there has a strong opinion on this one. Where are you going?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't really like Jordan Peele's movies. I love Rob Zombie. Devil's Rejects is probably I had to sit here and analyze a lot of all my favorite movies, and thinking about just that end scene in Devil's Rejects, and I love Baby. Like, she is just freaking amazing. I think
Tutti fucking fruity.
Yes, and there's just so many good things in there. So I think Devil Rejects is probably at least my top 2 movies.
Yeah. No, you definitely love that one. You've always loved that one.
I love that movie.
And to add on to that, the end scene of that is incredible. I love that.
I even went to see Leonard Skinner just because of that movie.
That's weird.
Even though they're kind of dead, but they came to Raleigh.
Kind of dead.
Well,
They
Kind of.
this show isn't about Leonard
Just a
Skinner, but it's like back in the day they were kind of like the original, like best of Leonard Skinner was dead, but now they've been playing for so long they're just Leonard Skinner again.
yeah.
But that's beside the point. Did you have anything else on that, or just Devil's
I loved-
Rejects?
I loved House of a Thousand Corpses. I liked Halloween too. I think Rob Zombie does really good.
Halloween was cool, but Halloween 2 was like right under Lords of Salem as far as just crap fest, in my opinion. Jen or Steve, you guys got a winner on this one?
Yeah, well, one of the two are more human than a human. And because of that, I got a feeling that Jordan Peele is going to win this for some ridiculous reason, but I pick Rob Zombie. Like you said, I mean, Get Out is, I mean, quite possibly top 10, 15 of those movies. Just not so much from the horror aspect, but just collectively, it's got a lot going on, and it was a really cool watch, and it also kind of caught you off guard too, because that was his debut and everything, so nobody knew what was getting ready to happen, and it was fantastic. Us was, when I watched Us for the first time, I wanted to like it. Like I was kind of on the edge of my seat, like what's getting ready to happen. And then after it was over, I just was kind of like, what the hell was this? It just didn't do it for me.
Yeah.
And then the same with Nope. I just kind of watched that with my jaw wide open, just going, what the hell am I watching? But yeah, I mean, I like Rob Zombie. I like his music and I like his movies, so I'm going to go with him.
And I like his style. Jen, what do you got?
Okay, so Rob Zombie, I like his music better than I like his movies. I don't care that much for his movies, actually.
Oh, whoa,
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
whoa.
The scene in the hotel where
Yeah.
he takes the face off and makes the girl run out into I would thought you would have loved that.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
I mean, there are some parts in some of the movies. I haven't seen all of his movies, but there are the ones I've seen. There are parts in some of them that I liked. I did not like Halloween though. I did not like the whatever you want to call it, reimagining of Halloween. And some of the other ones I haven't seen in like quite a while. But I didn't really, I don't know, I just never really like gravitated towards his movies.
Wow.
However, now with Jordan Peele, I loved Get Out. I mean, I agree with you, Jake. I loved Get Out, but like the other two movies, I didn't quite care for those. I feel like Jordan Peele knows what he's trying to do in his brain, but he doesn't always clearly like make it happen on screen with those other two movies. With Get Out, I feel like he did it perfectly.
Well, like
and
I
so just
Sorry.
based on Get Out and how much I enjoyed that one and understood what he was trying to convey, and he wasn't trying to go too far like all over the place like he did in Nope. Based on that, I choose Jordan Peele.
wow. Okay.
Yeah.
We got a 3-1
know.
on this one here. We got 3 zombies and a Peele. Yeah, like I said, and I just wanted to just say this one part, and I didn't mean to almost cut you off earlier, but with Nope, and I said this in a previous show, but I feel like his side plots, I was more interested in the side plots than the actual main plot, but he never built on the side plots, and that bothered the crap out of me.
And I might have been more interested in the
much
side
fun.
plots because the main plot sucked. So, and then the side plots never went anywhere either. So, I would say that even Key would go with Rob
Oh
Zombie.
my god!
But
Wow.
I don't know.
Key is going zombie. All right, we got a 4-1 with Key here on Zombie versus Peele, and let's go ahead and get those results.
Oh, no. 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 No, no.
I am the devil, and I am here to do the devil's work.
Jordan Peele took this one by exactly 30 points.
30 points.
So
30
that's a
points.
classic. The guy's name is what's driving it. I think. I think so many people have seen like Key and Peele and all those other different things, and then they remember the best of what they've seen out of his 3 movies, and might not be remembering things clearly because that's ridiculous. But
Well, let's be honest, though. If this was a comedy competition and not a horror competition, I friggin' love Key and Peele.
oh yeah, oh
I
for
mean,
sure.
let's just be honest. I mean, if I'm sitting around bored, half the time I put on Key and Peele on YouTube. I'm a huge fan. But yes, Jordan Peele for the win.
This has been Psychopinions March Madness Director's Edition. Thank you for watching, and please come back to see our next bracket's great face-off. See you soon!